Hello guys. Welcome again once again to another video on the Agimat trading system. But today we're going to be looking at the forex-pin, and a lot of people have been asking, do a video about forex-pin, do a video about forex-pin. So here you have it. It's a video about forex-pin right now. Okay, so forex-pin. What is forex-pin? Forex-pin is one of the products of Dennis Buchholz. It's a long list of line of products when you consider the Agimat, the FSO scanner, and what's the name of the other tool? Yes, Agimat and FSO scanner. So forex-pin is like the third product coming from the stables of Dennis Buchholz. Really awesome products for the forex world that he has created. So forex-pin, like if you bought forex-pin through his website, forexpin.com, you would have seen the video on how he describes on using the forex-pin. So I advise, once again, maybe you should go back to that video and look at how the creator himself advises you to use forex-pin. But on this channel, on this video, I'm going to be showing how I use forex-pin. Again, no financial advisor. I'm only showing what I do, how I make successful use of the systems which has been created by Dennis Buchholz. So I'll take a quick rundown through forex-pin. Mind you, I still have my classes for students. In my previous videos about those monitoring and mentoring classes, and yeah, my students will kill me if I reveal some of the secrets out here. But anyway, I always try as much as possible to give value in my videos, and that's what it's all about at the end of the day. Try to help people out there that have one or two issues trying to use the systems as much as possible. But anyway, let me go into the main details. So we have a dashboard now showing what the forex-pin looks like. First and foremost, this is not about trading psychology, but I'll get into that in other videos. But I want to let you know that the way I use forex-pin, I don't use forex-pin specifically for all the pairs that I do. I use it only for a couple of pairs, and I will show you everything right now in this video. So let me right click and go into the indicators list. So indicators list, I'll start from here. This is forex-pin CS. It's actually this, it just shows you the pair you're trading, nothing special. You have the forex-pin bar alert. Forex-pin bar alert is actually this gold arrow that alerts you when there's a signal to go short or long. And you have the forex-pin angular momentum line. Remember on Agimat, you have the angular momentum line. Yes, forex-pin has the angular momentum line. A little more on that to come later. So I now added components from Agimat itself. The Agimat Procon A, Procon B, and Agimat Pro Alert. If you've been following my videos, you will know what these components are. Then you have added two extra ones, which I use on almost all my charts. I add the candle expiry timer, just to show you when a new candle starts, and pipsometer, just showing number of pips in case I'm in a trade. That's it, really. Those are the components that I have to this chart. Now, I take a look at the forex-pin volume. Now, forex-pin volume, some of you have been talking about the Apex indicator. Apex indicator does the same thing like forex-pin. Actually, tries to measure exhausted volume in a trading pair so that you can be able to trade the reversal of that pair. So let's take a look at the forex-pin volume. Now, I didn't change anything here in the default set. The only thing I added was two particular components. I added a 10 level and a -6, and I made them white. Now, you might want to ask, why did I add those levels? Those levels just give me a visual representation of how the price of a pair has jumped up high. So when I see the forex-pin, besides I have one other indicator which I'll come back to. When I see forex-pin line go above that line, I know it's a warning to let me know that this pair has really spiked high. Maybe I should consider selling if it's above the 10 line. Then when I see below the -6 line, I should consider probably buying because they're really gone very low below those two lines. Again, they are visual representation of how I see the forex-pin volumes and you don't have to add them, but I'm showing you what I do some of the time just to give me a quick overview of what I'm seeing right now on that pair, and to make a quick decision on whether or not I want to trade that pair or not using the forex-pin. Now, I've added another indicator here, which a lot of people from the forex-pin chart know. It's called the major pick killer. Major killer pick. It's a free indicator. It's out there. You can get it if you want. Basically, again, measures exhaustion and volume of any pair you're trading, and it does a pretty good job as well. Very good job. It gets those peaks, and you can trade off those peaks if you want. So what I did was added to the forex-pin template, which is what you see here. So I know it might not be too clear, but when it spikes red, it shows exhaustion in volume for you to sell, and when it spikes green, it shows exhaustion in volume for you to buy. And you can see that it pretty much lines up with Agimat yellow box. See that Agimat yellow box. So we have the last window, which is the forex-pin dashboard. So this is where I talk about the pairs that I trade. Like I said, if I'm trading, I trade a lot of pairs. A lot of almost everything out there that I trade for, I trade them. But for forex-pin in particular, I've chosen my favorite pairs, and I think you should do that too as well. Forex-pin, like Dennis mentioned, takes a lot of RAM, and if you're using a computer that is not strong enough, it could really weigh it down. If you're scanning a lot of pairs and a lot of time frames, it really uses up a lot of juice. So you need to be aware. So I decided that, okay, I have Agimat, which is a good job, but the other pairs doesn't consume as much. So why not just use forex-pin for what I call my favorite pairs? My favorite pairs may be different from yours, but these are my favorite pairs, and I always trade these pairs no matter what. Once the opportunity arises, I'm in on these pairs like a flash. XAU, USD, USD ZAR, GBP, CHF, Euro, GBP. Sometimes I interchange these two, but these two, XA, gold and USD ZAR, are always there. Sometimes if I look at GBP and Euro GBP or the GBP pairs in general, and I don't like them, I might just put two favorite NZD pairs here or two favorite USD CHF pairs here. It all depends on how I'm feeling, but I try not to scan more than 4 pairs at the same time using forex-pin. Again, it's my way of doing things. You don't have to do that, but those are some of the things that I do for kind of good results, especially on some of my favorite pairs. And as you can see here, I only scan the 1 hour and the 4 hour. Probably might turn the daily on, but not in this video. For now, I'm just scanning the 1 hour and the 4 hour. Again, in Dennis' videos, it mentions use it for scalping and to use the 15 minutes. Again, in this video, it's how I use it. So I'm looking at longer term positions, scalping using the forex-pin, and at the end of the day, your trading style depends on how you want to use the system. I swing and day trade, and after scalping, it's just not for me. So I'm using forex-pin for my style, and that's what I'm talking about. Once again, just to get that out of the way. So anyway, every other thing you see here is basically default, except from the number of pairs, which is just these 4 pairs, and the 2 time frames. True. Every other thing I just leave as default. Okay. Excuse me. So I'm gonna close this. So as you can see, just because of the number of pairs I'm scanning and the time frames, it really doesn't bog down my PC a lot. I can switch around my pairs. MT4 works fantastic, no issues whatsoever. Sorry if you're saying other stuff apart from Agimat, but this is my trading armory. Anyway, so back to forex-pin. So let's say, like presently I'm on gold. I got a gold signal for forex-pin. That was yesterday. I'm actually recording this video a day later. Now, if you took, let's say you get a signal of forex-pin, right? This is a signal of forex-pin for gold, right? And you took it immediately, assuming you were like, okay, then he said, take it immediately. You don't need to look for extra confirmation and all that. You probably got here, great signal, then you got here. You really didn't make anything, right? You probably just, break even, or if you got in with spreads, you probably just, even lost some money, because at the end of the day, the net change was zero. See that? You got it here, you didn't take profit, price comes back here, right? Fine, good. But remember, I want you to remember that it is measuring exertion in volume. It's telling you that the price of gold as at this time has gotten so low that there needs to be extra volume. I mean, that the number of sellers are dwindling, that they are close to zero. It's the same way of saying that people can't afford to, sell gold anymore, that they need to buy gold now. There's a lot of demand for gold. So that's what it translates to, that it's over for selling right now from the forex-pin point of view. That what you need to concentrate on doing for gold right now is buy. Now remember that as much as forex-pin measures the volume, price action is king. And price action, could waver up and down, up and down. You don't have a situation in forex where price, you're taking a long position and price just goes up. No, price is going to make make an impulse correction, consolidation, impulse correction, impulse consolidation, and maybe reversal of the trend, impulse. There's so many movements that price makes. You have to be aware of that. But one thing you can be guaranteed of the forex-pin is that once it measures the exertion, especially on the higher time frames that I am using, you have a very, very high probability winning rate for that pair. Very high. It's not going to happen in a flash. It could take a day, it could take two. But if you get the entries right using the entry methods I mentioned in my last video, you are setting yourself up for high probability trades that will win all day, every day. At the end of the day, money management is key. That's another, different topic altogether, which I may do or may not do, depending on how I feel about the whole, going forward and everything. But it measures the exhaustion levels. You look for an entry, you take the trade, and you manage the trade. That's all there is to. Now, did I mention again that there is the angular momentum inside the forex-pin template? Aha. You see now, then for there is to put the angular momentum in the forex-pin and the Agimat template, it shows you that angular momentum is a very important tool. Now, another way you can use the forex-pin is that when you get the forex-pin alert, you don't just take the alert, especially when you're using high time frames. Wait for the price action to actually close above the angular momentum. That is after you get the forex-pin alert. So you get the forex-pin alert, you're like, cool, I'm ready to take the trade, but I'll wait just for extra security for the price to cross above the angular momentum, and you could have a safe trade. The forex-pin really isn't, a system where you need to use it to start looking for multiple entry confirmations and all that. Just one confirmation is enough to get into the forex-pin, because it already does the job of, uh, taking off the exhaustion points, which is really what we need. We want to buy at the highs and want to sell at the highs. We want to buy at the dips. That's what it is really. So forex-pin does a good job in getting those points for you. You just have to decipher when to get a good entry and how to manage your trades and your emotions. But the trades probably go sideways for a while, but eventually they will go in the direction they're supposed to go if you understand what is going on with price action. But anyway, let me make the steps a little more straightforward. First step, like I said, you get forex-pin alert, you wait for price to cross the angular momentum line, and you take the trade. First one. Now the second one, you want to make sure that when forex-pin alert comes out, you take only the forex-pin alert that comes with Agimat yellow black box or Agimat yellow box underneath or above it. What do I mean by that? Let me scroll right to the left. So we'll see a couple of examples. There you go. Now you see forex-pin alert. Where does it stay? Then right here, aligns with the Agimat yellow box. You probably will wait, if you know of a price action and candlestick pattern, you probably will go immediately, or go to the lower time frame and look for a suitable entry, or you just wait for price to close above the angular momentum line. And how many pips did this give you? Mind you, this is a 1 hour chart. How many pips? There you go, 2,732 points. That's about 273 pips. Again, another one lined up. There you go. How many pips did this give you? All the way down here, 192. Another one. How many pips? 177. It's gorgeous when you think of the fact that there are systems that actually can give you high probability winning rate as long as you stick to the rules, as long as you're patient enough. I keep on emphasizing the need to be patient. When the alert comes out, you have to learn to say no. Now, if I'm using forex-pin exclusively, remember there are points where price made moves, Agimat really big moves, but there were no forex-pin alerts. Can you see that? No forex-pin alerts on this ones. So yeah, potentially, if I'm using forex-pin, I'll lose all these trades. But no, I'm using Agimat. So probably with my Agimat strategy, I would have gotten this trade. Probably. But with forex-pin, I'm telling you that you can also say no to some trades if you are using forex-pin exclusively. Why don't you just tell yourself, okay, so for forex-pin, I only take trades that it lines up under the Agimat boxes. Make a promise to yourself, be disciplined. Say to yourself that if a forex-pin alert comes out and I don't see it in line with an Agimat box, I'm not taking it. The whole point of the business is to make money. It's not to lose it. So you're better off sitting on your couch, watching the Avengers Endgame, you understand, and not losing money, and watching trades go zigzag and all that, enjoying the fun, and and waiting for the really, really right time to strike. These were very great times if you're a gold trader. So many pips, so many moves, simply waiting for forex-pin and Agimat to line up. And we can go on and on and on. Like I said, you need to do research yourself. I could go on, and I've done this so many times. There you go. This is another one. Easy. Take a little heat coming down. Don't be scared. Boom. There you go. And you take your time, go through the charts. If you have forex-pin, you will see what I'm talking about. Now, that's a good one. Now, the third part I was talking about is, now watch this. Okay, maybe I need to extend. Now watch this. Probably didn't extend the major pick killer to a number of bars back, but watch this. Now, boom. Major pick killer, forex-pin, Agimat. Tell me, how on earth would these three be wrong? I mean, one could be wrong, but 2 says it's going up. 3 says this move is going up. If I were you, I would take this move and I'll put a stop loss. I'm not second guessing. I will take this and I'll put a stop loss, probably 30, 35 pips max, just in case, they're throwing those ugly spreads and stuff. But I will take this. There we go. There's a pin up there. Just the speed, right? There's a pin up there. So there you go. Take a look at this. Bam. Forex-pin. No, major pick killer. Remember the line I was talking about, the visual line? Can you see how the major pick killer just goes above that line? It's simply incredible. Tells me on the spot, on the money, that this is about to go the other way. That's what it tells me. If the major pick killer doesn't go above that line, I'm probably thinking maybe this trade still has room to go up, and stuff like that. But once it makes that move and it crosses that line for me, that +10, I use +10 and -6 as my gauge. I know some people use 12 and 4. I use it, but it's too extreme. You may miss a lot of moves. So 10 and 6 is a bit conservative. That's talking about the visual level lines that you draw on your forex-pin volume. So when you see that, and if in case it coincides with the major killer peak line crossing above that line, and you know forex-pin and the Agimat boxes all line up, I mean, what would you take? What would it take you, even if you don't want to get in immediately, to simply wait? It's an hour chat, probably 5, 6 hours, or come back tomorrow. You know, got this today, come back tomorrow and wait for it to, you know, settle under the angular momentum line and just take this trade. That's how easy. I mean, I don't know what to tell you guys. That's how easy it is with the forex-pin to get the pips. Like I said, I use it on a higher time frame, so I have a lot of room, you know, to analyze, a lot of room to wait for the price to close under the angular momentum. It gives me a lot of room to even look at the bigger picture, whether it's coming from daily or it's coming from 4 hour and all that. I mean, it gives me room, but it does the job. Like I said, it finds the exhaustion points. Now it's up to me to be able to say, okay, I only want to take the ones that line up with Agimat and the major pick killer, or you know, I don't want to take the ones that just appear out of nowhere. I want the ones that have confluence with Agimat and the other indicator I was talking about here, the major pick killer indicator. Once you can tell that to yourself and you wait for a signal that lines up, you won't get that signal every now and then. Look, from the last signal, let's look at this. The last signal here was here, right? And this is a 1 hour chart. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, probably about 50 or 60. It took another like 3 days to get another signal on gold. But this one signal is enough to last you for a while. That's what I'm talking about. If you have good money mind, you could just, you know, anytime it pulls back, maybe using Fibonacci ratios, 50% retracement levels, you could just take another entry. Boom. Pull back, take another entry. Boom. Pull back, take another entry. And by the time you're done here, your account probably be, you know, 60-50% up on just one trade. Anyway, guys, that's it for this video on forex-pin. I hope you like it. Remember, always click the like and subscribe button. And if you still want to be part of my class, you can always message me. Classes are going on right now, and we could, you know, schedule for you and any other person that is interested. So have a great one, guys, and hope to see you guys in the next video. Bye for now.